I peaked like at least 5 or 6 hours. I lost all concept of reality and time. It was quite spiritual, and I wasn't really scared though because I knew it was just the drugs.
What day is it? Yeah, I think it's on Tuesday. They're opening up all the shops. Not all of them, but a lot of shit. Hello, Anita. Hello, Colin. What's up? Okay, now everybody's coming in. Talk about my crank experience. Oh, fuck. Oh, which one? Yeah, I could. I was actually going to make a video about some of that because I removed a lot of that shit when I thought I was going to be on Joe Rogan when they invited me. I went through my videos and I removed some of that shit. But apparently I didn't remove it quick enough. No, I don't know. But yeah, that's so either I'm private or what. One of them I watched and I was like, God damn, I am so fucking drunk. I'm not putting that one back up. Okay, holy shit. Trying to think. Fuck. Well, I mean, I kind of like when I was in Scottsdale, I had just like started doing it. Like I was really into it. And this is back in like early 2000s when fucking crank was fucking good. Like, now it's like kind of shitty and it's well compared to then, and it also depends on where you get it, but whatever. It's this dude, he was like this fucking taxi driver, but he's like an independent taxi driver. He just had like a freelance guy. He's had a fucking car and like a Cadillac or whatever, Lincoln Town Car, but it was an older one. Anyway, man, since I was like, I wasn't really, I mean, I'd maybe done it like once or twice, but that was like in high school, so I wasn't really familiar with it. I definitely had never smoked it before. So, and he like, I used to go fishing with this guy, man. I was always wondering what the fuck was wrong with this guy, right? Because he would he never seemed to fucking sleep. Like, he doesn't matter. I could get there at 9 o'clock at night, he'd be there. I get there at 6 o'clock in the morning, the motherfucker would be there. Like, fuck. Like, now I know why, but he was just always fishing, man. And eventually, I don't know what happened. Like, I didn't even really drink back then. I mean, I did, but not much. I mean, I was like a maybe 2 or 3 beer type of guy. I wasn't really partying back then that much. I don't know what got into me, man, but like, I think he busted it out one night when we were fishing. And I was like, oh shit, and I did some and I smoked it. That was the first time. And like, all of a sudden I was like, holy fuck. Like I was like high, fucking real high. Like I was spun, but not in a bad way, like in a good way. Cause that shit was a lot better back then. And man, we would fucking fish. There's a whole park, man. It was like, you're not supposed to fish after 10 either. Right. And I mean, fuck, we were there. We just kept walking. So it was like they didn't really have the cops would come by sometimes, but if you just kept walking, like we would time it, like we could figure it out. Like the cops would be on the other side and they could see us, but like it's a big park. I mean, it's not huge, but I mean it'd take you a good at least 30 minutes to walk around that. I mean that's if you're sober, but if you're on fucking speed, I'd take you 15. Yeah, we just fly fishing and we were using reels because none of us could sit still long enough to use a fucking bobber and live bait. Well, no, we was like spinner, and and eventually like one of us had the idea to get this fucking bass boat, man. Oh man, it wasn't really a bass boat, but it was like a paddle boat. No, it was a motorized boat, but it like fit on top of a car, man. I can't believe. I mean, people must have known we were fucking spun, but there was like these old black guys that always sit out there too, and they were like, I don't know what they did. I don't think they did drugs, but they're old black dudes, and they'd be like, "Fucking, the fuck are you white guys doing with a boat out here? You're gonna get us all in trouble, man. Like, fucking, gonna get us all in trouble. We're just sitting here catching some catfish with these fucking chicken livers, and you guys are having a fucking boat and fucking lights and fucking nets. Cops gonna come out here, man. We're all gonna get a fucking ticket." I'm like, nah, you guys gonna get a ticket. We'll be in the middle of the fucking pond. Like, nobody fucking getting us. And the cops once in a while. We were quiet. We'd get out there and fucking cut the motor. But yeah, we fucking smoked fucking meth out there, man. Fucking fish. It was great. I mean, we had it was in Phoenix, Arizona. So it was like in the summertime at night in the city, it's still fucking 90 degrees. So you're fucking sweating even at 3 o'clock in the morning and fucking fishing. And God, I don't know how we got away with that. But yeah, like once in a while, the cops would hit us at the spotlight. Like, hey, you in the boat, get in here. And then we just go to the other side. And the fucking we never got caught though. I think maybe once we got like told to leave, but we were on foot, but nobody fucked with us really. It was what's up, Chad? It was fucking yeah, I mean God, I don't know what happened to that guy. That guy like I don't know, man. After that I was like, fuck. what did I do? I think I stopped. That's right. I stopped doing that. I stopped doing the speed because I don't know what happened. Like he disappeared, and I was like, whatever. And then I got like totally tore up on cocaine though, because I had never done cocaine. Like I was still pretty. I had done coke. No, I had never done. I thought I had done cocaine, but what was given to me was either such shitty cocaine, or I think it was just really shitty cocaine. Like And so when I did it for the first time, like years before that, it was like, I don't see what the big deal of this fucking sucks. Sure, I feel a little something, but and then I started working at this restaurant, man, and this Mexican busboy was like cutting lines like before we opened, like on this fucking plate and on this patio that was kind of locked up. And I was a server on the patio. He's like, hey, and they call me Zacarias, because Mexicans can't say the Z word, Zach. They can't say that. It's sack. And then the Mexicans that know a little bit of English will translate that, and then before you know it, your name's Ballsack, like balls. Call you huevos and shit like that. And I was like, so they just call me Zacarias. It was easy for him. Anyway, Zacarias, come here. And like, whoa. I'm looking at it. I'm like, what's that? Like cocaine. I'm like, okay. And I did it, and oh my god, like the first time you do good cocaine, I was just like, fuck, like that. I'm like, that was like, wow, that was fucking cool. And when you work, like a lot of these Mexicans, they were kind of sort of legal, but they would just sell fucking drugs, and the busboy shit was like a front. I mean, they were good workers, but they made their money in drugs. They made their money selling cocaine to the fucking white people who worked at the restaurant, right? And they're the Mexican guys making more money off all these fucking cocaine. But yeah, they got me fucking good. They got so much of my money. It was fucking great time though. Other time with fucking tweakers, man. Oh, I'm trying to think. God. I'm trying to find a funny story. Oh yeah, when I was eventually I got so spun out, and I was with my ex-fiance. I just got fucking both of us did, but we were already having problems, and that's the last thing you need is to add something like meth, because you don't even realize you're fucking spun. You don't even realize that you're fucking sideways, and it's like, fuck. I mean, like, yeah. So it was a matter of time, and the relationship fell apart. She moved back to fucking California, and I stayed in Phoenix. But all the shit fucking like just fell, it was fell apart. And I was like left like nowhere to go and no money and shit, And so I like quickly, like half my shit I sold, like half of it got stolen. Like, because when you're fucking dealing with people like that, you don't have, when you're on tweaker time is what I call it. When you're on tweaker time doesn't have any fucking meaning, It's like it's like a week is it, yeah, you all know. I'll be there in an hour and a half tops, 4 hours later. Yeah, I'm on my way. No, but tweaker time's even worse. Like weeks go by and they seem like days, and you're just like, so you don't have time to prepare for anything. Like, it's coming, but for some reason time doesn't have a different meaning. So I ended up homeless. I'm just like, fuck. And I was so spun out, and like I had my, most of my friends knew it, and there's like, dude, like, nah, like, but at the same time, like I didn't want to ask for any help because I was too proud. So I was like, fuck it. I, stored some of my shit somewhere at somebody's house, and just like, took what I could on like a backpack, basically like a backpack and a big fucking like suitcase, like that you travel with, like a luggage bag, and fucking, man, I basically like, I mean, I would just go from day to day, trying to come up enough money, to fucking score some more dope. And, but I was pretty resourceful though. I didn't look homeless. And that was the thing, I mean, I was resourceful in the sense that I rarely had to sleep outside. Where I slept at fucking the airport. I slept at Sky Harbor Airport. It's broken up into 4 terminals, and there's these little free buses that just go around in circles and take you to each terminal, right? Like people who are changing flights and shit, but do that 24/7. So the last bus going to the airport from the city, so I'd hang out by ASU campus, that free library, you can walk around fucking college campus and shit. I mean, I was about the age to be a fucking student. So, but so it was just, what other better place to fucking hang out at goddamn ASU, man? All the fucking hot chicks and party people and shit. I mean, it was free library. It was nice and cool in there and shit, I mean, and I wasn't completely broke. I always had some money because, I hustled, I wasn't stupid. So, I got on food stamps, right away. So it was like I at least had a couple $100 in food stamps, and if you're smart, I could turn that shit into cash and shit like that. It was just like I had so many fucking. That's a weird thing about tweakers too, man. I don't know what it is about that drug. I mean, anybody who's doing addictive drugs gets fucking sketchy just because that addiction is that powerful. But with meth specifically, I think it's because it makes people so fucking focused on something. And just the nature of the drug, it's not like heroin where you just don't want to fucking do anything, right? Like or some whatever, Even crack is the fucking meth heads come up with the weirdest fucking schemes and scams and fucking fraud and all kinds of weird shit. That's one thing though. I never fucking stole from people. Not anybody actually, even people that I didn't know. I would steal from like corporations or stores, but I'd never steal from a person. Like unless they would have to really deserve it. I wasn't that type of fucking dude. I mean, I never, I had no problem stealing from a grocery store or whatever, but I would never steal from like an individual, even if I didn't know them. Just because I don't know. I hate thieves, But so I always had something. But anyway, yeah, I slept at the airport and they had a shower there and it's only in one terminal. And you could really only use it at night. And there's a family bathroom, but it had a shower. And so if you were quick, you get in there, don't look homeless. I roll in there, I mean, I got clothes, just a Goodwill. But all you got to do is meet somebody at Goodwill, and they'll fucking hook you up, and they'll sell you clothes for half price and shit. And, oh, what the fuck just happened?
So it was just.
So yeah, it was a life for some. Like I said, you don't have the meaning of time doesn't exist. What felt like a few weeks was actually several months, and I did this, and I never got caught sleeping at the airport. I just traveled from Terminal 1 one night, Terminal 2 the next night. I would go from each terminal. Once in a while, somebody might say something to me, but I never got caught, like kicked out of the airport. And I remember this dude was doing the same. You noticed there's a handful of us that did it, because you're always in the last bus, right? That's how you knew, is because fucking last bus right to the airport, bam, and it's always the same 10 motherfuckers. And I'd make jokes with people because I didn't give two fucks, right? I was usually spun as fuck too and didn't care. I'd be like, oh yeah, another fucking late flight, eh? Where you going this time, man? LA or fucking New York? Huh? What up? This one dude had a job. He's a suit and tie guy, and he used to get off. He worked at like this Chase Bank, like corporate bank. It was like, big ass, tall, 20-story bank. He caught the last bus, man, and he'd be in a suit and tie and his fucking briefcase and shit. Boom. On the bus, straight into the airport. Boom, boom. And I followed him because the guy was fast. Like he didn't want anybody to follow him. I knew what he was doing. Yep, sure shit. Boom, boom, boom. You go into the bathroom, change his clothes, and you put his coat over himself, and he just fucking curl up on like a chair. And I mean, you think that you couldn't get away with it, right? But you think about all the people that miss their flights and shit. There's people that legitimately miss their flights all over the fucking airport. Phoenix Sky Harbor is huge, the international airport. So again, if you don't look homeless, you don't cause a problem, you're fine. And so this was before 9/11. Wait, what? No, fuck, that wasn't before 9. This was after 9/11, wasn't it? Yeah, it was after 9/11. So yeah, I mean, maybe they're too busy looking for terrorists and they weren't looking for fucking homeless tweakers in there. And then I would steal shit at the airport. That was easy because it was like they'd always have like, each terminal had like a 24-hour like little fucking coffee stand that had like pastries and sandwiches and shit, right? I just go in there, and sweet talk some of the ladies, who worked there. They knew I was homeless because these chicks worked there, right? So they saw everybody. They knew what was up, but they're just cool. So you just be cool with them. And I just, they'd hook me up. I got them like, a couple bucks. Yeah, they'd sell me like a fucking coffee for half price, like an airport fucking discount or whatever. And again, I don't steal from people, but I tipped them $1, right? I had $2. I bought a coffee for $1. I give them $2 every time. So I always tipped them $1, and then when they turn around and make my coffee, I grab a fucking sandwich and put it right on my jacket like that. So I ate like an $8 sandwich. But shit, I don't mind stealing from the fucking stores. But anyway, yeah. So I just fucking always went hungry. Portland. Do you go to Portland? I lived in Portland. To finish that, well, that story is really long, but just to finish the airport part, fuck, trying to. God, it's been a while. See, I know what happened. I didn't get in any trouble, but I basically, my little brother who lived in Tucson was like, dude, no one's seen you in like months. Like no one knows how to get a hold of you. This is really before the internet, so it wasn't online or anything, right? I mean, it was like 2005 or something like that. So the internet was there, but there was no social media really. So, you know, I had an email, I had like a fucking AOL account or something like that I checked like once a month. He's like, dude, I'm coming to get you. And he did. He fucking found me. He knew where I hung out. You know, I told him no, but he showed up. And he showed up with another dude. And like, Zach, you're fucking coming with us. I had like fucking purple hair and shit, man. I was like, towards the end, I was fucking, I was spun the fuck out, man. But yeah, I'm glad he did. He came and got me and fucking took me to Tucson. And that's how I got off the meth at that time.
1 or 2 hours, like a couple hits. I peaked like at least 5 or 6 hours. I lost all concept of reality and time. It was quite spiritual, and I wasn't really scared of it because I knew it was just the drugs.